morning, kids. How are you? Hope you are well. Me? I'm also very fine. I just miss you and my school. And today we are going to study Unit 8, Fitness. Yes, here are the fitness activities we generally like doing. And the first question we are going to answer today is, are you interested in sports? Yes, most students like doing sports, especially boys love playing football and girls prefer playing volleyball. And personally, I also like doing sports. When I was a kid like you in secondary school, I was in the school's team and I was a runner and I like doing sports a lot. And here we have another question. How often do you do sports? Yes, generally most students do sports regularly, especially at the weekends. And for me, I sometimes, to be honest, I just sometimes do sports and I like have a walk outside. And on the first slide, as you see, we have the types of different physical exercises. The first one is table tennis. Do you like playing table tennis? Yes, I guess so. In some schools, we have table tennis place that you can go and play there. And for playing tennis, we need a racket and balls. And this is also a team sport. You know, the sports are divided into two categories. One of them is team sports and the other one is individual sports. And also we divide sports as indoor sports and outdoor sports. Indoor sports are sports that we do in the gyms, and the outdoor sports are like football, basketball, cycling that we do outside, like in the parks or in the swimming pools, in the sea, that kind of thing. And the next one is fishing. Yeah, here it goes. Yeah, do you like fishing? I don't think that students love fishing. Generally, old people love going fishing, they like it. But you must be very patient to like fishing. And here are the other ones. Let's first have a look at them, then talk about them. We have hiking and trekking as the first one. Yes, we love it. It's very free to do that activity. You get relaxed. You can do it with your friends. You just go outside and walk in the countryside. And swimming is one of the most favorite activities that people prefer doing. Generally, Turkish people do swimming in summertime when we are on holiday. And it needs very few equipments to do it. And doing workout. Doing workout, as you see on the picture, you do practice outside with your friends, with your peers, like this one, like football, basketball, or volleyball. And then we have skiing. Skiing is a little bit expensive sport because it needs money to do it, and you can only do it in winter time, especially in Uludağ, Erciyes, you can do this kind of activity. But I'm a little bit afraid of it because it's, I think, dangerous. Then we have horse riding. Yeah, Turkish people love horses, and horse riding is a favorite activity that we do. But it's also not very popular within the students because we sometimes do not have the chance to have a horse and do horse riding. Camping is a summer activity. You need a tent, like this one on the picture, to go on camping. There are some camping sites, especially in the Aegean region and in the Mediterranean. People go there and do camping with their families. And here comes running and cycling. Yeah, that's the most favorite activities that people do in Turkey, and also the students love it. Running, you can do running everywhere you want. and also cycling on the streets and along the beach, especially in Bostancı and Maltepe. You can only need a bicycle, a helmet. You need a helmet while you are cycling. And then you need some knee pads to protect your knees. And for running, you only need some sneakers, a tracksuit, shorts and t-shirts. You go outside and then run. And here we have ice skating and baseball. Baseball is not a popular sport in Turkey. It comes from America, so we never do baseball. Ice skating is also, yeah, we love it, but we haven't got too many opportunities to do it in Turkey. Very few people do ice skating because we have no places to do it in Turkey again. And lifting weights. It's again a very popular activity in Turkey. And when I say lifting weights, I suddenly remember Naim Süleymanoğlu, as you know. And this year in winter, we went to watch the film Naim. We really love it. And lift weighting is also very popular. And jogging, people generally do jogging, as you see along the beach. It's also very loved. And gymnastics and climbing. Gymnastics is a kind of sport that most people love, and it's the basic sport of all sports, all kinds of sports. You have to do gymnastics well if you want to be a good runner, an athlete or swimmer. And climbing is also a kind of fitness activity, a physical exercise. But there are also, again, a few people that are doing it. Flying a kite and bowling. Flying a kite is again a physical exercise, but generally in Turkey people do it just for fun, especially that bring their sons to the beach and take their kites and fly it. Bowling, yeah, in some shopping centers you can see some bowling centers. You go there and play with your friends and have fun. And yeah, then we have a question here. What's your favorite exercise? And the answer is it's swimming. You can say which sports do you like. You can ask both these questions in order to learn what kind of physical activity does the person you are talking to loves. If you just love one activity, one exercise, you can start with it is. If you want to say more than one, then you can start with they are. Again, if you want to say more than one, then you can say I love playing football and swimming. Then we have again the questions using the question words do and does, not the question word, the auxiliary verb. Do you like fishing? Yes, I do. I like fishing. Do you like cycling? No, I don't like cycling. You can also give short answers if you want, like yes, I do, or no, I don't. But if you want to give a full sentences, full answer, then you can say yes, I do, I like fishing, or no, I don't like cycling. Does Tina love ice skating? When we change the subject pronoun to the third person singular, then we start with does, you know, with he, she, and it, we use does. And for you, we, I, and you, we use do at the beginning. Does Tina love ice skating? Yes, she does. If we ask the question with does, we write the answer with does. If we have do at the beginning, then we answer it with do. She loves ice skating. Don't forget to add s here. Does Andy like horse riding? No, he doesn't. He doesn't like horse riding. And here is a activity, an exercise. We have a table here, and on the table we have you, Matt, and Liz, and we talk about camping and fishing. You see there is a smiling face here and a cross here. This means that they love that activity, and the cross means that they don't like the activity. When I look at this table, I can say I like camping, but I don't like fishing. Matt is interested in fishing, but he hates. Interested in means that you love the activity or you like the activity, and hate means that you don't like it. He hates camping, he doesn't like it. Liz loves camping, but she doesn't like fishing. And then in this unit, we are going to learn how to make suggestions. In order to make suggestions, we have some basic structures as you see on the screen. And do you know why we have these 5 different ways of making suggestions? Can you make a guess? Yes. The first one, let's, for example, is a very informal way of making a suggestion, whereas would you like to is a very formal way of saying, making a suggestion. And on the next slide, as you see now, I'm going to tell you the details about using let's to make suggestion. Let's is a way of making a suggestion, but it's different from the other ones. At the beginning, I told you that it's an informal way of making a suggestion. What does making an informal suggestion means? It means that, for example, if you want to talk with your friends and make a suggestion, you can use let's. But if you want to talk with your teacher, then you can't use let's because it's not very formal. So we use it with our friends, with our parents, with our brothers or sisters, but not with our teachers or with our grandparents or with our bosses. We start with let's at the beginning. As you see, there is no subject pronoun, no I, you, we, they, he, she, it kind of thing. We have no question mark at the end. It's a question, but it's not in the form of a question. And here is an example. George, I am bored. Let's go out and cycle. We only have let's here and then the verb infinitive without any adding. Go out and cycle. That sounds great. Hurry up. Yeah, after let's, then we have what about and how about. These are a little bit formal and a little bit informal, not very formal, but also not very informal. It starts with a question word, how and what at the beginning, and after that we have about in both of them, and then we have the verb with an ing form, with an ing, and then we complete the question. I am fat and I want to lose weight. How about going jogging every morning? We again have no subject pronoun here. We have the question word, then we have the verb with an ing form and the rest of the sentences. I'm sorry, but I don't like jogging. What about doing gymnastics? Yes, I'd love to. I love indoor sports. Okay, then we have would you like here. Would you like is a very formal way of making a suggestion. We use would you like at the beginning of the suggestion. Then we have to infinitive, to plus verb, and then the rest of the question again. Today is Sunday, so I am free. Let's do something exciting. We again have a suggestion here, let's. Would you like to go hiking? We use would you like, then we have to here. Oh, sorry, let's go back. Yeah. We have would you like at the beginning, then we have to, and then the verb infinitive here. And why not? Then we have why don't we? As you see on the screen, we have we and you as the subject pronoun here. We use it with these two of them. We start with why don't, then we can use we or you. Then again the verb infinitive, but this time we don't have to. What's your favorite exercise, Liz? It's horse riding. Really? I also love horse riding. Why don't we go horse riding then? I'm sorry, but I can't. I must study for the exam. As you see, we start with why don't, then we have we, and then the infinitive form without to. And yeah, we know how to make suggestions. Now, what about the answers? How are we going to answer these suggestions? Here are the responses. If you want to accept a suggestion, there are some sample sentences that we can use while accepting that one. The first one is, yes, I'd love to. Here we have a D. D is the short form of would. Yes, I would love to, or I'd love to. The next one is great idea. Then we can say sure to accept an invitation, or why not? Sounds good. Okay, let's. Or if, for example, they ask you to run together, let's go out and run, then you can say, okay, I like running. And when we refuse an invitation, it means when we say no to an invitation, to a suggestion, we have some ways to tell it, like no way, I'm afraid I can't, no thank you, it's not a good idea, I'm sorry I can't, I don't think so, I don't like playing tennis. These are the sample responses that you can use if somebody makes a suggestion to you. And also in this module we have the language focus, the abilities and inabilities. You know, when we talk about abilities, we use can in our sentences. Like, I can play football, my sister can swim, Mark can fly a kite. In can, as you know, in affirmative sentences, we start with a subject pronoun like I, you, we, they, he, she, it. Then we follow it with can in all of them. And after it, we have the infinitive form of the verb. Without s, without ing, anything like play, swim, fly. For all subject pronouns, we use the infinitive form of the verb. And we use cannot, we write it like this. And if we want to use the contraction, the short form, then we can say can't. When we talk about the things that we can't do, our inabilities. Again, here are some examples. I can't play table tennis, Simon can't run fast, or babies can't walk. You can say can't if you want, I can't play. You know, the only difference is the British English and the American English. I prefer saying I can't, I used to it. Asking questions using can. Again, here we have a table. We have three people here, Jack, Mary and Ollie. And here we have three abilities, running, swimming and cycling. Sorry for the R, it must be S. And cycle. Here we have ticks and crosses here that shows that they can do that activity or can't do that activity. And to form a question using can, we must start with can at the beginning, and then we have a subject, and then we have a verb. And here comes the examples. Can Jack run? Then we have a look at the table. Can Jack run? No, he can't. Can Mary cycle? I have to look at cycle. Yes, she can. Can Ollie swim? Ollie swim? No, he can't. Can Jack cycle? Yes, he can. And can Mary run? Yes, she can. The question can also start with a question word like what, which, when, how many times, or these kind of stuff. You can also use to. And the last point that I want to mention today is about the communication use of the language, asking for clarification. Yes, when we talk with a foreigner, with our friend, with someone that we meet for the first time, we sometimes don't understand that person's speech. And at that time, we can have the chance to say, could you please repeat, or can you please repeat that? In this dialogue, we are going to see how we can use it. Today the weather is sunny. Would you like to go out? I'm sorry, but I must stay at home. How about watching a movie together? Sorry, could you repeat that, please? How about watching a movie together? Great idea. In here, the person doesn't understand the suggestion, how about watching a movie? Maybe you don't understand the question, maybe you can't hear it. Then you can ask the person to repeat it and use this structure while asking for the person to repeat it. And then, for the project part, I want you to make a poster about the fitness activities that you like. You can also draw pictures. If you don't like drawing, you can cut pictures or photos from newspapers or magazines and stick on an A4 size paper and then write the names of the activities on it. And at the bottom part of your poster, you can write about the activities that you like doing or the ones that you don't like doing. If you don't like this project, then you can do memory cards. You can prepare memory cards. Memory cards, I'm sure that most of you know. You take small pieces of paper. For example, on a piece of paper, you draw a fitness activity. And on another piece of paper, you write the name of that activity. Then you make more than, for example, 12 or 14 pieces of cards, and then you mix them up and play with your parents because you are at home with your parents, and you can play it with your brothers or sisters also. And yeah, that's the last part of my presentation, the closure part. I want you to stay at home with your family in order to be safe and eat healthy food, do exercise and sleep early in order to be healthy. And while staying at home, we want you to study your lessons and do your homework. And meantime, you can deal with your hobbies like reading books, playing with your friends, playing computer games. And I hope to see you very soon in your classrooms and see you. It's all for now. Bye.